Let's take a tour of my new office space. Aroma Time is right there. That's the backyard. That's the fence that goes to the backyard of the garden. We're building a gate there. And so my new office is right next door. Let's take a look inside. So the reason why we're doing this office inside is because we just need more room. We don't really have enough room in our main building, and we're renovating the second floor of our main building right now. We're doing something exciting up there. So we rented this, I don't know, maybe this is 1,000 square feet here. I'm not 100% sure how big it is, maybe a little larger, but it comes with a barn. Right on this other wall, there's a big barn, 2-story barn. Not like a huge like farm barn, but there's a barn there. And then there's a garage right next to us here, one car garage. Of course, you can't get a car in the alley, but it's a lot of space that we've just acquired that we're leasing out. So this is a quick tour of the new office space. We just painted last week, and we started migrating some things over. Some paper goods, some food is going to be stored over here. It's so close to the restaurant. I got my truffle oils up there and my aged balsamics and some other cool stuff. So my desk is probably going to go right about here because I want to be able to look out the window, and you can't really see because of the light, but I want to be able to see the back of the restaurant, which I will be able to see. So that's the new office space. There is a small little kitchen here, which is really cool. There's all these cabinets. There's no stove, but there is a sink here, and there's all these kitchen cabinets on the wall here. It has a bathroom, and it has a shower. And you can see there's more shelves here. That's a small bathroom, but it does have a shower in there, so that's really cool. So stay tuned for more updates. I'm probably going to put a green screen over on this side of the wall over here so I can do a little more advanced videos. So I'm really excited to bring all my bookshelves here and do a bunch of my books here and get that green screen going and get sort of like a new space that's actually separate from the restaurant. Jamie and I are both going to be here in this office as our full-time office. We're going to put a couch in here so it's a little more comfortable and just wide open space. Yeah. So next topic on this vlog, on this video, is what can Ellenville learn from Chelsea Market? So I was just at Chelsea Market, and Chelsea Market's, because I was there because of a YouTube Creator Day. YouTube invited me there to show me some tips and tricks on my channel, which was very awesome, very informative. So it was an invite thing. So Chelsea Market is this, it's down on 9th Avenue, 75 9th Avenue, so it's like 23rd Street. And it's an old market that's been transformed. Google actually takes up, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 floors of this place. It's really something quite impressive that Google has there. It's like every floor we stopped on my way out, Google employees just kept coming off of each floor as it was 5:30, 6 o'clock, and everybody was leaving work. YouTube was actually on the 6th floor, I believe. But the whole first floor is all a market space. It has tons of restaurants. I mean, like restaurant after restaurant after restaurant, as you can see through these videos here. Now, I had a conversation with somebody from YouTube. I was like, wow, I'm obviously a foodie and there's lots of food downstairs. I'm like, that's really awesome. How do you guys know where to go eat? You know, what happens in a place like this? Are there two places that offer a burger? Are there two places that are wine bars? And the interesting thing that I got from the YouTube employee, Google employee, was they were like, hey, everybody downstairs has a fantastic relationship. It's actually sort of like in the lease agreement or in the understanding that one restaurant can really only have that specific market. So if it's a burger place, they won't allow another burger place into their area. I don't know how many restaurants there are. There must be 15, 20 restaurants. So there's about as many restaurants as Ellenville has. There's 3 or 4 bakeries, but it was cool because one bakery specializes in donuts, one specializes in brownies and blondies, one specializes in bread. So you see my drift? Everybody has their own niche. Everybody has their own niche and their own market within this whole business environment. And that was really the cool part. I passed a wine bar. I passed a wine shop. I passed, there's one sushi place and there's an Asian place. So somebody specializes in sushi, somebody specializes in Asian. And I thought, that I'm looking at this, I'm like, how can Ellenville adopt a business model like this, or just any other community? It's a shame that I see, and I see it in Ellenville and I see it other places too. You get restaurants that are competing for the same exact market, the same exact thing. They're both trying to sell the best burger ever. They're both trying to sell, the best craft beer ever. They're both trying to sell, whatever it is, the best banquet food ever, the best pizza place ever. And in a tight market, especially in Ellenville, a small community, that's tough to compete like that. And I've always tried to have a policy anyway where I don't book any musicians that other places have booked first. And I typically have stood by that. But a lot of other places will book musicians that have played at my place, and I feel it kind of dilutes the market, right? We have some great musicians here locally, don't get me wrong, but if you're going to get somebody out for singer X, why have them in the same small town twice a month and try to split that crowd up? Why not get another band? Like it was great because at the event we did at New Pulse Brewing, Heiko, the owner over there, got this band from, I don't know where they came from, but they were a Grateful Dead cover band. And people came as far as Newburgh, and people had heard, so people follow this band around, or they hear that there's this Grateful Dead band is playing somewhere, and they actually came to Ellenville, came to Woolworthing, which is right down the road. So that brought in new people that have not been to our area before. And when people ask me how I feel about competition, I'm like, competition is really a good thing. However, you have a lot of business owners that will go into these small communities and feel like, well, I'm going to put so-and-so out of business. And I've had people tell me, oh yeah, Marcus, that new restaurant that just opened, they said they're going to bury you. They're going to bury Aroma Time. Why would you go to a community, open up a place, and want to bury other restaurants? If you're the only restaurant in town, it's not going to look good and appealing for people to come into town. But if you have a nice restaurant row and everybody's involved and everybody's active in it, and people are doing things that are innovative and new, and not repeating what other people are doing, but doing their own thing, finding their own niche. And I think some business owners don't know what their niche is, and they don't know what their why is. I just read that book, Simon Sinek, and start with asking why. Why am I doing this? What's my why? What's my purpose? And a lot of restaurateurs say, my purpose is here to make money, or my purpose is because I love serving people. No, what is your real purpose? Like my purpose at Aroma Time, it's clearly defined in our mission statement, is to honor the environment, provide healthy value food, to have one of the best stocked bars in the area, and have relationships with the people that we buy from, not corporations, but from this is all laid out in my mission statement. We teach our staff, and of course we try to live by it. So the why is, for me, doing something that I honestly have a passion for, but that I can really feel a connection to. And when I go to a winery and I can represent that winery's wine on my list, I feel proud. Being friends with the person who owns a brewery is great. I would never buy beer from a brewery that I didn't like the owner, that I had a problem with the owner. I would never buy something from a company that I didn't like the management. I've banned many breweries. I just stopped buying them. Omegang Brewing, I didn't like the management there. I got a raw deal from them, so I stopped. Jim Caruso from Flying Dog, he was rude to me. He backed out on his promise of doing a beer dinner, and then basically told me that I don't do enough volume with him and this and that. I've never bought Flying Dog beer again because there's 4,000 breweries in the country at the time. Maybe there's 3,000 or 2,500. So there's no reason for me to even rely on Flying Dog. They have great beer, but there's no reason for it. And I supported them way back when they were located in Colorado, and I was one of their first supporters. It was one of the first good beers we had at the restaurant. Shelton Brothers, the importer, any brands that they import, I try to stay away because, again, Will Shelton was just not a nice person. A lot of people complain about Will Shelton from the Shelton Brothers, just not a nice person. And when you don't know how to have people skills and don't treat your customers right, you don't deserve my business. So it's not about me just going out and buying what's on the market, what's good, what I think would sell. It's about me believing in that brand and that mission and that owner, that relationship that I have. So that's my why. And I think part of my why, I think a lot of other people, other business owners need to find their why and just not stop copying what other people are doing. And it drives me crazy. Of course, copying is a sign of flattery, and yeah, but don't try to compete on the same exact thing or something very, very similar and try to undercut and compete on price versus another restaurant in your area, another business in your area. That's not how it's done. Do something different. Do something to stand out. Do something there's so many different things that'll make your business stand out. We have 1, 2, 3 pizza places on this block here. We used to have 4. And each pizza place can do their own unique thing to stand out. Now it's tough because how do you have the best pizza? So you have to have a different pizza now. You have to have a different oven. You have to have a different ingredient. You have to have a different shape, right? A different shape would be awesome. Everybody has round pies. Why not do meter pies? Meter pizza is where they sell it by the meter. It's a thing in Italy, and the way it goes to the table, it's presented so well because you have this nice wooden board that goes right onto the table, and it's 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters, and the larger the party is, the larger the pizza is. So, yeah, that's how I feel about competition. Everybody needs their own niche. Everybody needs their own deal. Everybody needs their own unique offering to bring people in instead of trying to go in and compete with the person next to you on the same item at a different price point. So Chelsea Market, if you're ever in New York City, go check it out. I mean, I got to tell you, I could probably spend all day at Chelsea Market. Start with breakfast and go right up through lunch, dinner, and drinks. There's just so many options there. And the inside is beautiful the way they've done it. You look like you're walking through an old market. There's a waterfall inside. So all the business owners there, because they have a common landlord, they kind of have to work together, and their money goes to sort of like the municipality. The landlord is basically like we're in Ellenville, my business, and the overall municipality could be taking our tax money and doing something to benefit the beautification. Where they're in the market there, of course, they have a landlord who takes their money and then beautifies the physical property there. So it's just beautiful. But there's no reason why me and 5 other restaurants can't get together and do a fundraiser and beautify our town here. I do our trail nails where I charge $10 and I donate the money back to the Trail Association to try to get more signage and everything to get people off the trails and into Restaurant Row here. So yeah, that's it. Hope you guys like this video. It's a different style video that I'm doing. I do have my chef coat on, and haven't had a chef coat on in several months, and I've kind of jumped back into the kitchen a couple days a week, and it's a lot of fun and it's very exciting. So check out some more videos to come.